Let me click it, bro.
At the end of every unit, your teacher has a chance to teach a lesson about other lessons and their context to enhance. But what do you suppose our teacher has us do? He skips the lesson and makes us present a digital LEQ. Elocution needs historical evidence, reason that can cooperate and advance. A compass thesis that Dr. John P. would admire. Then we drop the screencast like a single, it is fire. You ready for this, bro? Okay.
Student created screencast for you to like, subscribe, and share. We know you've had all the John Green and Steve Heimer you can bear. If we have the most views by 10 p.m. Eastern on the 5th day, we'll earn 500 bonus points, which virtually guarantees an A.
Okay.
Without much more fanfare or ado,
We present our digital LEQ.
So, these are some big idea questions that you can ask yourself throughout the video to see if you're fully understanding the French and Haitian Revolution. What Enlightenment idea was shared by both revolutions? What was the difference between the leaders of the Haitian Revolution and the French Revolution? How did the treatment of the lower classes differ in both revolutions?
Our thesis states that the French Revolution and the Haitian Revolution were both inspired by Enlightenment ideas, which later caused the lower classes to revolt and protest for equality. However, they greatly contrast in regards to leadership, economic issues, and social structure pre-revolution. Therefore, they are more so different than they are similar.
During this time period, the lower class of French society was experiencing unfair treatment. The upper class opted to spend less money, therefore there was an unequal circulation of money. The lower classes were not making enough money to support their families, which led them to decide they wanted a change in government structure. They wanted to rid themselves of an absolute monarchy and feudal system, and in turn create a new social, political, and cultural structure. In danger of losing their power, the monarchy decided to raise taxes to quell the rising opinions and oppositions. However, this response led to more uprising, which then triggered the beginning of the revolution. In Haiti, the country was prospering due to slave labor. However, these slaves were living in animalistic conditions and were treated as less than human. Being inspired by the revolution in France, they decided to rise up against their masters to gain their freedoms. Our first historical evidence are two quotes which showcases the Enlightenment ideas that caused both revolutions. In the first quote, it states, "All men are equal before God. Wisdom, talents, and virtue are the only difference between them." The second quote states, "This gun is liberty. Hold for certain that the day when you no more have it, you will be returned to slavery." The Enlightenment ideas during the 1700s and 1800s were centered around the need for equal treatment and liberty. The lower class people of France and the slaves of Haiti both were oppressed by the elites of their society, that the Enlightenment ideas gave them the drive to pursue an uprising and to change the environment they lived in. Since the Haitian Revolution was inspired by the French Revolution, the Enlightenment idea that drove both revolutions are similar. They wanted freedom from their oppression. The theme that relates to these two quotes is social interaction and organization. The quotes show that the social interaction between the different classes of people in society has led to the oppressed wanting more than what they have been given. They wanted to be free of the cruel treatment they had been enduring.
One of the reasons why the two revolutions differ so greatly is because of the leaderships they had. The Haitian Revolution was under the control of Toussaint versus the French Revolution, who was under control of Napoleon. Toussaint was a type of leader who was very active and persistent in regards to the abolishment of slavery. He was a slave himself until 1777 and became a leader of an army in 1791. Although he had an alliance with France, in 1794 he invaded Santo Domingo to free slaves, which inevitably broke the alliance. Napoleon, however, was a type of leader who limited free speech, detained political opponents, and used propaganda to manipulate people. He wanted to expand and conquer new lands instead of fighting for something he believed in. The themes present in these sources is Theme 3 and Theme 5. The leaders controlled the army and the relations between other countries. For Haiti, Toussaint disregarded the alliance which affected social interactions, and for France, Napoleon's desire for more land caused conflict between his alliances and enemies. The difference in leaders shows the process of each war and the motivation the people in charge had. Their personal motives contrast, but their overall mission remained the same.
So, to the left, we have a quote coming directly from the Haitian Declaration of Independence. And basically, what this quote is talking about is the economy in Haiti was thriving due to slavery since money was not leaving the economy to pay wages. To the right, we have the Declaration of Rights of the Man and the Citizen of 1793. And basically, you want to focus in on Article 17 and 13 because these support how the economy was bad due to the rebellion of wealthy trying not to pay. The fifth source, on the right, shows just how the economy in France was declining due to the upper class not willing to depart with their money, choking out the profit of the lower class. Along with Article 17, the right of commerce, and Article 32, the right of petition, it allowed them to rebel and not pay. Source 6, to the left, talks about how there would no longer be much to worry about. Due to this, they would no longer have to worry much about their economics. Theme 4, Economic Systems, best categorizes this discussion point. Both sources being original documents, they each touch a little on each theme, but while contrasting how each revolution was economically stable, it best fits under the economic systems theme. As the French and Haitian wanted the best profit without losing much money, the French ended up economically failing, trying to do better. These documents were from their respective governments, who obviously are very credible in these topics.
These historical evidences are two images representing the differing social structures of the Haitian and French society. On the left, you can see a master-to-slave relationship representing the Haitian society. On the right, you can see the first, second, and third estates representing the French society. In source 7, which was the image representing the Haitian society, you can see the master-to-slave relationship. You can also see the poor working conditions that the slaves were working in. For example, they don't have proper clothing on while working in the fields. This naturally leads the slaves to want to become free, which was one of the main causes for the Haitian Revolution. In source 8, which was the image representing the French society, you can see the inequality between the third estate and the first and second estates. The man representing the third estate has France on his back, while the first and second estates only have one hand holding up France. This unfair treatment towards the third estate led him to revolt, in hopes of getting equality in all of France. The theme both of those images connect to is theme 5, social interactions and organizations. This is because both images are a visual representation of how the respective societies group themselves. The point of view for source 7 was from a well-known YouTuber, John Green. He is known for making YouTube videos on history, showing his audience's vast and accurate knowledge on the topic. The point of view for source 8 was from someone who lived in that time period. The writing at the bottom of the image says that it was engraved in a city hall room in France during the time period of the Three Estates, the 16th century.
So, these are the big idea questions that we showed in the beginning of the video, and here are possible answers to each of the questions. For the first question, you could have written, the Enlightenment ideas during the 1700s and 1800s were centered around the need for equal treatment and liberty. Both the Haitian and French Revolution shared the idea of equality for all citizens before the city. This resulted in the lower classes revolting and protesting for equality. For the second question, a possible answer choice could have been, the Haitian Revolution was occurred under the control of Toussaint, while the French Revolution was under the control of Napoleon. Toussaint was the type of leader who was very active and persistent in regards to the abolishment of slavery. However, Napoleon was the type of leader who limited free speech, detained political opponents, and used propaganda to manipulate people. A possible answer choice for question 3 could have been, within the French Revolution, the lower classes were not taught to have a say in much of their decisions. They were constantly undermined and thought of as a lesser half. In the Haitian Revolution, many of the lowest class people were enslaved and not treated fairly at all. So here, you will see a list of sources that we used throughout our project, and that's it. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you.